Liverpool City is obviously the big talking point of today. And honestly, I think I feel better with the title race than I did before because I think on paper, City definitely should have won. And I think Liverpool outplayed them for most of the game. And also, like, I know this is going to sound incredibly big-headed and arrogant, especially given how Liverpool have been a little inconsistent recently, but I really don't feel threatened with Arsenal top of the table. I do with City top of the table, even being within, like, at least 4 points of City. I generally feel threatened, but being level on points with Arsenal, when City and Arsenal have incredibly difficult fixtures, I just don't feel stressed with the title race. And I also think a lot of that, and by that I don't necessarily mean I think we're definitely going to win it. I think it's not really going to matter either way. Like, obviously, ideally, I'd love Klopp to seal it off with one more league title, but I've been saying this for months. Like, after last season, I just want to get top 4. I think anything else is a bonus, and I'm going to keep that philosophy.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the game, and I watched the game at the weekend there, and I thought they played pretty well. Liverpool, I thought they were probably the better side. I thought they were a better side. Like, I think maybe Man City dominated possession, but Liverpool, especially the last half an hour, had most of the chances. So it was like, I think Diaz had about 2 or 3 chances he probably could have put away, but I think the draw is probably the fairest result, I suppose, at the end of the day.
It was 1-1 last time, but I think people have been way too harsh on Diaz. I'm not saying you have been. I mean, you're just praising him, but people have been so harsh on him, and you don't realize, like, the amount of times he's had the ball and then surrounded and has somehow managed to escape and get a pass off and start an attack. The amount of times that's happened, like, people who are kind of, like, giving him a hard time just must have not watched the match or just must not know football. Because, to me, it's just insane to kind of... Like, okay, sure, he missed 2 chances. Big deal. Like, and also the thing, that's kind of why, with the penalty at the end of the game, why, like, we had so many chances we didn't put away. I almost feel like Liverpool fans using it as a scapegoat. I'll be 100% honest, I didn't think it was a penalty at the time. In looking back on it, I still don't think it is. Like, and I know that's not what I should say as a Liverpool fan, but I think the one frame people are looking at, makes it look a lot worse than it really is. I don't think there was really that much contact, and I don't think the boot was that high.
Yeah, I think I was watching. I think like everyone in the place I was asking for a penalty, but when I didn't give, I think at the end of the day, just accept that a draw against Man City, especially, is not too bad. You know, they've got to play Arsenal at the end of the month. There's a real chance for Liverpool as well.
If they draw and we beat Brighton, we go top.
Yeah,
and
it's just if Liverpool can hold that off, that's like the main thing. But
and the thing is, we have a much easier fixture list than City and Arsenal. People don't realize that. Like, I do think Liverpool, like, obviously,
I mean, but you've got the easiest team in the league next. Come on.
But I do think Liverpool are the favourites to win the title. Being honest, in this one moment right now, like, assuming City and Arsenal carry out their current form, because. I mean, Arsenal went good, but they've also been spotty. Like, Arsenal reminded me of Liverpool 2 years ago in the sense, like, they'll beat a Sheffield United 6-0, then, like, they'll nearly lose to Fulham or whatnot.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's well, like, they're just scraped by just tonight against Porto. You know what I mean? They just scraped by in penalties, so...
Yeah. Like, yeah, I never thought... I think Arsenal are one of those teams, like, I think City can dominate in Europe and in England, and I think Liverpool were kind of in that space, like that year we won the Champions League and, like, got 98 points in the league and, like, or however many points, but finished 1 point behind City for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's those teams who can do both, but I don't think Arsenal are there. I think they maybe could next season or the one after that, but I just think you need to be a next level of special to do that, and I don't think that's what Arsenal Football Club are right now.
I think they're missing maybe just... I don't know whether they might be missing just one more big signing, I think. Because I think...
I'd agree with that.
David Raya, I can rate maybe... I think Zinchenko's a bit too injury prone. I think Keyboard's would be a really good player, but I think he's a better bench player. I think a good left, but I think Tierney's too injury prone, so they can't use him either. Maybe signing someone like Alphonso Davies, I don't know if he'd want to go to Arsenal, but he'd be really good, or... Someone's a really good left back. I would like them because like Ben White's pretty decent as well. So
they need someone of Robertson or of like Davies' caliber, not them specifically. I couldn't see either of them going there obviously, but I feel like what Arsenal do is like you see it with the left back and the goalkeeper position. It's almost like I think Arteta likes to create healthy competition in the squad, and I get that. Klopp does that as well, and a lot of good managers do. But I think Arteta will like buy like these players who have like the same ability. So either one's injured and the other one plays all the time. Either they kind of play every other game. That's ideal. Or it's what's happening with the left back position when they send Tierney out on loan. Or what's happening at goalkeeping position when Ramsdale comes back and everyone's like, oh, he had that terrible error that led to goal. But if you think about it, he made some good saves, and it's not really his fault that the reason he made that error is because he wasn't used to like being in the hot seat, and the reason that is because Arteta's been playing him. So I don't know.
It's all down to confidence as well. I think you're always going to be more confident when like you're playing more and you know you're number one. When you have got that, when you step in as a number two, a lot of the time you're like, oh, I've got to impress. There's always a bit of worry for the second choice goalie as well. So.
That's a really good point, and even like, I mean, I know that feeling as a player, even though I've never played football at a high level. Like, we've all been there, like in football or in life, when you feel like you need to kind of prove yourself or whatnot. But yeah, no, so I definitely agree with that. But I think Arteta has some good ideas. I just don't know if he has like the means to execute them just yet.
Yeah, I think he's got up there. He's definitely got some. He's got give him maybe a couple of years. Maybe he'll be able to get there. I think.